Hello everybody, it is Sako again, and I am here to once again promote my GoFundMe. And I know when I first made it, I didn't plan on promoting it all that much, but the closer and closer the deadline gets for needing to buy props and everything, the more and more I'm realizing that I'm not really going to be able to pay for this that well myself, especially when it comes to making sure that the crew and actors are well paid. Now, I'm well aware that the original video did get a reasonable amount of views, and I'm well aware that none of those people decided to donate anyways. But what I'm also aware of is the fact that I never told you guys to at least share it around. And now look, I'm not pretending I don't get it. I completely get it, right? It's like, there's so many things going on in the world. Why am I worried about getting you guys to support me over a bunch of other things? And that is not the point. Support whatever you want to support. And people who want to support the movie are specifically what this is made for. I want to make sure that I can make something of full quality, make it the best it can be. And I know I'm going to need some financial aid to do that. On my Linktree, there should be a link that says support my movie at the top. And if you don't know how to get to my Linktree, you can find it on any of my social medias. If you're on TikTok, it might be a little more difficult. You might have to go through my Instagram to my Linktree. I don't know, because I can't think off the top of my head how I have it set up. Look, I'm not asking you to put down $100, $200, $500 because nobody has that kind of money just to put out. What I'm asking for is $5, really at most. I don't expect you to be putting down $25 on a project like this. Of course, as I've said before, if 5 people put down $5, that's $25. That gives me $25 less dollars that I have to raise. And while it doesn't seem like that much, it adds up. And I am so happy to be working with the people I am working with on this movie. I've already had so many people who said that if they can't get paid, they'd be willing to volunteer their time to make it happen. I just don't want it to come to that. Obviously, I need to put money into getting a professional camera, professional equipment, like microphones, booms, anything I can to make sure that the quality comes over just getting people to watch it. I want it to be something people enjoy watching, people want to watch, instead of just being something people do watch once and never care about it again. I see the issue with a lot of indie films coming at the fact that they aren't really trying to make the best as much as they're just trying to make as much as they can. And oh boy, is as much as they can really not that great. I've put a lot of time into making this script. I've put a lot of time into researching everything that I'm going to be paying for to make sure I'm getting the best I can for the amount of money I put into it. I've just found that $2,000 is the best budget because I can get a relatively good film camera that is professional. I can get good microphones that work for the specific situation we are in, and I can get the props needed to make the movie, half of what it is, so that it looks like what it's trying to be, and people aren't just pantomiming stuff, because that doesn't work on film. And I know if you've watched this far into it, you've already made up your mind on if you are or aren't going to donate. My hope is that if you don't want to donate, you will at least share the link to some people, share this video to some people, or share the story to some people, and, see if maybe they're willing to donate. If 100 people share it to 10 people, that's 1,000 people. At least one person out of that 1,000 people has to have $5 they can spare. And that multiplies. If everybody is sharing it, eventually we're going to come to a case where people are willing to put in $1, $2, $5, $10, $7, $3, 50 cents, anything that builds up, because the more and more that goes into it, the closer and closer we get to making a quality concept. I already know that a lot of people are willing to volunteer their time for this project, and that doesn't feel fair. Taking away other people's free times for my project doesn't feel right. So I feel everybody should be compensated for that. Now, originally when I came out asking people to donate, the video was much shorter than this one, so this one's probably going to have a much worse retention rate. In that video, I also stated that people who donated were probably going to get nothing from it. I've changed my mind on that. I've come to a conclusion that even if I can't do much, I'm going to provide as much as I can to make people who pay for it and help support the movie get as much out of it as they can. Anybody who decides to donate to the film will be put in the ending credits because you deserve to be acknowledged. And I get it. It's like, oh, the ending credits, whatever, nobody even stays for those. You might be right, but I want you to know that I care. If nothing else, the only thing I can provide you for donating to me is the affirmation that I care. I want you to at least have that. Once again, you've probably already made up your mind, but I just want you to know I'm doing everything I can to make this a quality product, even for the people who decide they don't want to donate and just want to watch the film when it comes out. And I don't even know if I'm going to be charging for the film, which is another reason I'm looking for ways to be able to pay the actors, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to turn a profit from this movie at all. So I want to make sure that everybody is compensated for their time. Even if it means I'm not, I still think everybody who's going to put their hard work into making this dream of mine a reality deserves that compensation. I've had a lot of people read over my script. They say it's solid. I've had a lot of people look over what I plan on using for equipment. They say it's solid. I would like to assume that if this movie can get the funding it needs, then we will be set to making a good film that is entertainable for everybody. Obviously, everybody is a bit of a weird blanket term because the film does cover topics that not everybody would be comfortable watching, especially in a theater environment. But everybody who is willing to watch what I make and who is willing to watch the finished product will be thoroughly enjoyed if they just give me a chance to make this what it can be. I just want to say thank you to everybody who just stayed this far into the video, or even if you didn't stay this far into the video, I'm still going to thank you for at least listening to a little bit of it. If you can go ahead and share the link with anybody you can, right? Tell them the story, send them the link to this video, give them the instructions to pay. There's on the Spot Fund website, there is a little bit detailing exactly what the point of the thing is, which I think does much better explaining it than I am right now. Who would have thought a marketing-based, paragraph would do much better than an 8-minute video where I'm just kind of thinking of it off the top of my head. But that is all. Thank you for everybody who is willing to put in the time, and if you don't want to support the film by just donating money, as of right now, all money that the merchandise I make and sell on my Printify pop-up store will be going towards the movie as well. So if you want to put down $28 plus $5 shipping for a nice hoodie, that's like $38. I get $5 profit off of that. That $5 will go towards the movie, so then you don't have to just donate, but you will still be receiving something for putting money into it. Expect to be seeing more of these kinds of videos coming up, not because I'm trying to push it, but because I just know the more I talk about it, the more likely I am to get people who are willing to support it. And one final time, I just want to say thank you to everybody who listened and is ready to make this happen.